What's going on, guys? Raj Balwani here, aspiring content creator slash filmmaker. And what I wanted to do was take a minute and talk to you guys about something that's very important to me, and that's backing up your media. And the reason why I wanted to bring this up today and talk to you guys about it is because of what just happened to me. Typically when I travel, I carry around 2 hard drives. I back up on one and back it up on a second. And that's because you never know when a hard drive is going to crash on you. And that's exactly what happened to me this last weekend. I had a hard drive crash on me. But what's great is that I didn't lose the content because I had it backed up on a second. The problem with that is that's not really plausible when you're out on the field. How many of these are you going to carry? These are limited in size. And so you got to look at something more. We take these with us because that's what helps us keep our content. As being a creative professional, we rely on sometimes vintage and old and archived media that we recorded maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Well, the problem with these portable drives is it's really only for what you're working on at that moment. But what about the stuff that you finished? Or what about old raw files that you worked on 2 or 3 years ago? Where does that go? And that's where I want to talk about a storage solution that lives at my house. There's a lot of cloud storage out there for your iPhone and for pictures. But when working with large files that are gigabytes and gigabytes of size, and you need that on demand, you need something local. You need something that you can access quickly, edit it, bring it into your current project, and be on your way. There's not time to download it from the cloud and things like that. Video files are just too big. And that's why what I rely on is I rely on what's called a RAID array. What does RAID stand for? Redundant Array of Independent Disks. Yeah. This is your typical hard drive. It's a disk. And these are limited in size. You can get one of these and they come in, what are we at now? 8, 10, 12 terabytes or something like that? I don't know, but you're limited to just one. All you can store in one. What a RAID array allows you to do, to stack these and combine 2, 3, 4, 5 drives together to form one large drive for all your storage needs. And the best part about it is hard drives are moving parts. They break, they fail. But on a RAID array, when one fails, you take it out, you put in a replacement, and you don't lose your data. And that to me is crucial, especially when you're talking about footage from years ago. And when it comes to these RAID arrays, the company that I've always used is Drobo. Now I've had my Drobo 4 drive array for, I would say, about 5 years now. Never had a problem. I've had one drive fail at me. One! And all I did was take the bad drive out, pop in a new one, and I was back up and running, and I didn't lose any of my data. So I didn't really need to buy a new one, but I went ahead and ordered the 5D3. Now this thing is a beast because it allows me to put in 5 drives. I get to expand my storage even more. And what I really like about the Drobo is that it's just simple. There's no configuration needed. You pop in your drives, you do an initial couple minutes setup, and you're good to go. Just save and walk away. And that to me, as being a creative professional, is very, very important because I want to focus on my productivity and not about if my files are safe. With Drobo, your files are always safe. I've never had a problem in the last 5 years. I got the new one because I wanted the new connector. So now the Drobo 5D3 adds lightning and I can connect that to Thunderbolt 3 and it's faster access read-write speeds. And I can put in 5 drives. It increases the total amount of storage. What's really nice about these RAID arrays like Drobo is that it allows you to put in whatever drives you have. A typical RAID array, you have to put in the same drive and you have to buy 5 of them. So if you want an 8 terabyte that costs you $200, that times 5, your price adds up. What's nice about Drobo is that you're not forced to having the same drive. If you have 2 terabytes and 2 4 terabytes, and that's only 4 drives, you can do that. If you want to go balls out and do 10 terabytes and 4 of them, you can do that. So it works with you in whatever you can afford at the time. It grows with you. Like I said, my last one lasted me for 5 years, so I expect this one to last me even longer. And I think it's really, really important that you maintain your files. You back them up, they're safe, they're backed up amongst themselves, and a RAID enclosure allows you to do that without you having to manage multiple drives and backup to backup to backup to backup to backup. Drobo does it all for you, and that's how I've always done. So what I want to do is take a look inside the box and see what you got. So the Drobo comes in a nice big white box. So when you pop the box open, you're presented with the welcome. Here inside you'll find product manuals, stickers, a Thunderbolt 3 cable, and a power cable. And then there's the Drobo itself, which comes in this nice little baggie. Now the Drobo front lid is held on by magnets, but you can take that off. What I like about the Drobo is that the front is clearly indicated and allows you to see how many drives are in there by green lights. If a drive has gone bad, it'll indicate with a yellow light. If a drive is good, it'll indicate by green. And if you're not looking at your computer and you just glance at your Drobo, there is a status indicator at the bottom that tells you how much storage is actually used in your Drobo and how much you have left. To me, that's amazing, right? To just immediately know how much storage you have left and whether you should start maybe looking at getting more drives or higher capacity drives. Drobo's one of those tools that you buy, and once you buy and make the investment in one, you hold on to that for a really long time. Again, I'll repeat, I didn't need to buy a new one. I wanted to make it a little bit faster. Mine was pretty old, but like I said, it worked. And that's the main point here. When you're working with videos and pictures and things like that, the content you create is so valuable that the last thing you would want happening is to lose your content. I highly, highly encourage you. If you are a content creator, if you are a filmmaker, if you are a creative professional, you're doing video, you're doing photos, it's extremely valuable to invest in a good backup solution. I've invested in Drobo. Whatever you choose to do is up to you, but my experience with Drobo has been great. The platform works. It's super easy setup and zero touch handling. I highly recommend it. Anyway, if you're interested in the Drobo that I got or any of the other lines of Drobo products that they have, check the links down below. I'll leave them down there. If you have any questions, leave them down below. If you like this video, you want to see more products, gadgets, gear reviews, smash this video with a thumbs up. And I'll catch all you filmmakers later.